That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
Welcome to Watch Mojo's Secondhand Cringe. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 controversial scenes that actors regret doing. Number 10, Kurt Russell, The Hateful Eight.
Give me that guitar. Music time's over.
Jennifer Jason Leigh couldn't play the guitar, but when she was asked to play one for a scene, she learned on a vintage one from the 1800s that was lent to them from the Pennsylvania Martin Guitar Museum. Then, after all that learning, she was ready to shoot the scene, and then Kurt Russell grabbed the instrument and turned it into splinters. The legendary actor didn't know it was the real Gibson at the time. He assumed it was a prop. Instead, Russell just destroyed a $40,000 worth piece of musical history. Number 9, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades of Grey. 2015's 50 Shades of Grey launched a franchise, giving Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan their big breaks. As such, you might assume that they look back fondly on the experience, the explicit scenes. Not so much. Johnson spoke about how tedious filming those moments were.
I told you, I don't sleep with anyone.
Can we negotiate?
Dornan has also described shooting those scenes as uncomfortable, and in 2022, Johnson spoke candidly about the chaos behind the scenes as source author E.L. James meddled in the production, changing the film she had first agreed to. Number 8, Jessica Alba, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. When shooting 2007's Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Alba's Sue Storm was fatally stabbed and had intense moments with her family before passing away. According to the actor, the director Tim Story told Alba that her acting was too realistic and asked her to be prettier when she cries. Yikes, misogyny. Story then asked her to make her face flat, and they'll add in tears with CGI. Number 7, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. After starring in the first Harry Potter film in 2001 and developing lifelong friendships with each other, the time had finally come for Emma Watson's Hermione and Rupert Grint's Ron to kiss, and both performers hated it. On top of having a bucket of water chucked at them just before, the duo felt more like relatives after growing up together. And it probably didn't help that the cast, crew, and Daniel Radcliffe, for some reason, were really eager to be on set to watch the smooch be recorded.
I was just being an absolute dick about this and was like, I'm gonna come on set and watch you guys kiss.
Number 6, Jenny Agutter, Walkabout. Back in 1971, Jenny Agutter was in the film Walkabout. Several scenes involved Agutter going au naturel as director Nicholas Roeg wanted to create a Garden of Eden imagery.
It is the Garden of Eden. It is being able to go back. It is, before one says, why am I naked?
The problem, especially today, was that Agutter had just turned 16 during filming. The actor has stated she doesn't regret the scene per se. Instead, Agutter views it as the innocent depiction of being clothesless. But she does regret social media jumping on the moments and turning them into a darker, seedier aspect than the original intention. Number 5, Seth Rogen, the 40-year-old virgin. The controversial moment is when Rogen's Cal and Paul Rudd's David are playing video games and bantering about how they know the other is gay. In an interview with GQ in 2019, Rogen mentioned that people who had seen the scene had spoken to him and stated it made them feel terrible as everyone laughed at it in the cinema. This resonated with the actor as it's the last thing he wanted.
Know why you're gay? Because you like Asia.
You guys cool it with the gay.
Number 4, George Reeves, Superman and the Mole Men.
Obviously, none of you can be trusted with guns, so I'm going to take them away from you.
According to legend, when Reeves was doing promotional work in character, a boy approached him with a loaded firearm to see if he was bulletproof. Thankfully, the actor managed to talk the kid out of the experiment by claiming the bullet would have bounced off of him but hurt those around him. Reeves then began a campaign for firearm safety to make sure that didn't happen again. Number 3, Elliot Page, Juno. The scene involves Jason Bateman's Mark Loring suggesting Madison as a name for the baby he's getting from Juno, only for the teen to question it, as the name sounds...
Isn't that, like, a little... gay?
Page said in interviews that the comment didn't register at the time, but looking back at it and other films he loved, many were littered with homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia. Page wanted to do better. When he's since done script readings for Juno, Page has skipped over the uncomfortable line. Number 2. Jim Carrey, Kick-Ass 2.
Colonel, you're ex-mafia, for Christ's sake.
Yo, don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Playing Sal Bertolini, also known as the bat-wielding vigilante Colonel Stars and Stripes, Jim Carrey had some pretty intense scenes. But upon its release, Carrey distanced himself from the production he filmed a month before the Sandy Hook Elementary School attack. The tragic event made the comedian and actor change his opinion on graphic movies. Nearing its general release, Carrey tweeted his displeasure at the violence in the film and that he couldn't support it in good conscience. Number 1. Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct. One gesture in one film scene has overshadowed Sharon Stone's career for decades, and all because of a massive lie. After being forced to not wear anything underneath, Stone was told by director Paul Verhoeven that nothing graphic would be seen. However, she was horrified when she saw the scene for the first time in the cinema. On top of telling Verhoeven he should have shown her the incident privately to check if it was okay, Stone slapped Verhoeven for his deception.
That's pretty cold, ain't it, lady?
I'm a writer. I use people for what I write. Let the world beware.